Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Today I'm going to be talking about zodiac sign compatibility. Now, what are my thoughts on it genuinely? Because I love astrology and I believe astrology is a great tool to get to know ourselves better, to get to know our friends better as well. But the problem with astrology, when most people think of astrology, they only focus on their sun sign. So people think there's 12 signs, everyone's got these 12 signs, and people think well, everyone born under those 12 signs has got all of those attributes. And that's not how astrology works. Astrology is more complicated than that because there's 12 signs, but all those 12 signs are in your birth chart somewhere, because you've got your first house, which is your sun sign, you've got your second house, which is your moon sign, you've got your third house, which is your rising, then you've got other placements. But let's say, for example, now my advice would be, let's say you get into a relationship, you might ask for fun or whatever, you might ask what your partner's zodiac sign is, or you might ask them what their birthday is, and you find out, right, you do some research, or you look up, you and your partner's sign are not compatible. Okay, does that mean you should just dump this person on the spot? No, that would not be my approach, because this person might be a good person. They might tick a lot of your boxes, and if they make you happy and make you fulfilled, there's no real reason to leave this person. And sometimes even signs that are compatible, because a good friend of mine, they were in love with someone who was compatible with them, and it lasted for a good while, but it didn't last in the long term. Because sometimes even signs that are compatible don't work out. But let's say, for example, two signs that are not compatible. I'll go into a few others as well. Gemini and Pisces are not compatible. But does that mean it can never work out in a relationship? No, of course not. Because the way I look at it, right, so if you're a woman and you're with a Pisces man, or you're a Pisces man with a Gemini woman, whatever the dynamic is, but let's just say you're a Gemini woman and you're with a Pisces man. Let's just say that's the predicament you were in, right? As always, I apologise for the noise in the background. I can't help that, sorry. But as always, the message is the most important thing with each video I do. So let's say that was the dynamic. So your sun sign is Gemini. Your partner is Pisces. That's their sun sign. But then if you look up your partner's time of birth, you might find out, right, more often not, because Pisces and Gemini, these two sun signs are not compatible, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work, because these two signs want different things. Their energy is off, it's not compatible. So more often not, it doesn't work. But time tells with any relationship, is this going to work or not? But sometimes, like the size of a pea, there's always a chance. Sometimes it does work. And why is that? Because you're maybe a Gemini sun, but maybe you are a Pisces moon. Maybe you've got some earth in your chart. Like you could be, your partner could be a Taurus moon, and you could be a Virgo moon. So, or, it's really, so sometimes Pisces and Gemini do work out, but the reason for that is because maybe your moon sign is compatible with your partner's moon sign, and or your rising signs are compatible, or if you look at your full birth chart, some of your signs are compatible with your partner's signs, and that's why it works out. But what happens if, let's say, a Gemini and Aquarius get together? So a Gemini and Aquarius are a great match. So if you've got a Gemini sun, meaning because this person's birthday's like on the 1st of June or the 2nd of June, because like May and June are like Gemini season, for the first few weeks, so to speak. But and then the Gemini goes with someone who's Aquarius. Because these two sun signs are so compatible, it will be a really good match and it will last for quite some time. But sometimes, even though these two sun signs are compatible, maybe their moon signs are not compatible, their rising signs not compatible, maybe some of the signs in that Gemini's chart are not compatible with their partner's chart who's Aquarius sun. So in order to find out if you're really a good match or what type of relationship you're getting into, it's important to look at your partner's full birth chart and look at your full birth chart. Because most people, when they think astrology, they just think, I'm a Gemini, that's it, and I'm a Sagittarius, and that's it. Even Sagittarius and Gemini are very compatible, and usually Sagittarius and Gemini hit it off, but sometimes, again, because moon signs may be a little bit different, and sometimes with the Gemini, their placements may be different, and that's why the two signs can be, the sun signs tell us a little bit, and that can tell us a little bit about the relationship, but it's important to know someone's moon, sun, rising, and other placements. But I see this all the time. People go, oh well, I'm a Gemini and my partner's Pisces, we're not compatible, let's finish it off. And there's no real good reason to finish it off. So in my view, that's foolish. And there was one person, and that was the message I was trying to get to them with. Chances are you've been with Pisces before, and I'm glad you may be watching this video, and if you are, I hope this answers your questions. So chances are Pisces and Gemini, they're not compatible, but based on other things in your chart and your partner's chart, that's important to look into, because maybe your other partner was Pisces, and so is your new partner, but I wouldn't say this person's necessarily a bad match for you. It's important to look out their chart. And again, same with like Sagittarius and Cancer. These two signs are, Sagittarius don't really get on with water signs or fire signs. They don't really get on with that, like water or fire sign. Fire signs don't really get on with water signs or earth signs. But that's not to say where it can't work out. Just, I think if signs are uncompatible, there's a lot of work that the two of these signs have to put in order for that relationship to work out. And as always, in order to understand who you are fully and who your partner is fully, you've got to look at the two of your birth charts. Anyway, as always, this is me just giving some knowledge, some food for thought. And I know some Gemini suns, when they get into a relationship, Sagittarius are a bit more decisive, but because they've got that fear of commitment, they can have issues with the relationship field as well. So can Gemini, because Gemini, their biggest fear is being alone, but that there's another fear, it's being forgotten. So sometimes if a Gemini is not afraid of being alone, they're afraid of being forgotten, but people will forget about them. That is another Gemini fear. And sometimes Gemini get into relationships, because there's one Gemini I know, and they're going through a lot of harm in their life. They've made a lot of mistakes, and they're their own worst enemy, and they've been in terrible relationships, and none of these relationships have been right for this person, and because they've got a fear of alone, and that's why they make them, because they don't love themselves. And if you don't love yourself, that fear of alone is going to get stronger, and you're going to put yourself into harmful and negative situations. But astrology I would say, is a great tool to help you find your right partner, and sometimes your intuition is the only thing you need. So to understand, are you in the right or wrong relationship, you just have to ask your heart and intuition, but also it's fun to look out your birth chart, your partner's birth chart. Don't just say, oh well, he's Pisces, I'm Gemini, so therefore we're incompatible. Let's see what other placements are there, because the chances are, right, your moon and rising are not compatible, but there may be some other placements there that make your relationship, what will make it last longer. Anyway, as always, this is me just giving food for thought, inspiration, and some knowledge to help you in your spiritual journey or journey of self-love. Until next time, may part meet again. Many blessings to you all. I'm grateful, and if you're new to the channel, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love and astrology. So please join the channel if you're into those types of things. I'd really appreciate your support, and if you click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I post a video. And don't forget to like if you enjoy this content, and if you've been here before, welcome back and thank you for your continuous support. I'm grateful to all of you who have been here and all of you who are new or have been here longer. Your support means a great deal to me, because I could not continue doing these videos, or my channel wouldn't be what it is, or my channel wouldn't be growing thanks to all of you. And I make these videos to inspire you, to help you love yourself, to help you in your spiritual journey, and to inspire you. So until next time, blessed be.